In this episode, I'll discuss what will happen in the last 5 episodes of House of the Dragon Season 2, like a battle scene, the dragon seeds claiming new dragons, a dragon's head parade, Aemond and Vhagar on a rampage, etc. So stay tuned for that. Greetings Throne Watchers! I've already discussed the first 3 episodes in the first part of this video. So let's dive into the last 5 episodes. But before we begin, once again, a major spoiler warning for those who haven't read the books. If you don't wanna see any spoilers, you can check out my no spoiler updates video instead. So, let's begin. The 4th episode will be titled A Dance of Dragons, which will cover the Battle of Rook's Rest. This episode will be directed by Alan Taylor. In the books, after Aegon removes Sir Otto Hightower as Hand and names Criston Cole as his Hand, they attack Rook's Rest. So I guess that's how it will happen on the show as well. House Taunton will be attacked by Aemond, Criston Cole and Vhagar. The damages will be so severe to the small folk and nobles that House Taunton would ask Queen Rhaenyra for help, and Princess Rhaenys will arrive to help them. Once Princess Rhaenys and Meleys arrive, the green soldiers will run away from the battle and will desert, and Sir Criston Cole will have to fight and kill many of his men to stop them from leaving. He will hunt down the deserters. Vhagar, on the other hand, will burn greens and black soldiers alike. During this battle, Prince Aemond and Aegon will ambush Princess Rhaenys on Vhagar and Sunfyre respectively, and while Princess Rhaenys will lose this battle, she'll still manage to deal a heavy blow to the greens. According to the news, a burnt costume labeled Aegon had been seen on set where they were filming Rook's Rest. In her final battle, Rhaenys managed to burn Aegon and make Sunfyre flightless before passing away. The 5th episode will be directed by Claire Kilner. I think in this episode, we'll get to see an injured Aegon who will be brought to King's Landing, and Larys will tell Aegon, "You have already written yourself into legend. You survived Dragonfire." We know it's technically not true. If Aegon had been that injured, he's definitely not fireproof. But I think this is Larys's way of encouraging Aegon. We'll also see the Greens parading around Meleys's head in King's Landing.
Behold! The traitor dragon Meleys!
As you can see, after the death of Princess Rhaenys and Meleys, the Greens will not only cut the head of Meleys and will parade it around in King's Landing, but they will also parade around the banners of the defeated Black supporters. I had already discussed some of these banners, which we saw among the armies fighting with Lord Corlys in Season 1 in our episode reviews on our podcast. Behind the dragon, you can see the banners of House Taunton, who was defeated at Rook's Rest, House Stokeworth, Rosby, and Darklyn, etc. These houses in the source material were either defeated by the Greens or had surrendered to them just before Rook's Rest. According to Lost Sight Rhinos, the reaction of the small folk will be quite different from what's reported in Fire and Blood. In the books, the death of Meleys shocked the city into silence, and the small folks started to flee the capital in terror. During the filming, however, the extras were reported to be cheering. In Season 1, Princess Rhaenys and Meleys had interrupted Aegon's coronation and had killed hundreds of small folks while fleeing from the dragon pit. So it's not that surprising that the people of King's Landing will be cheering upon their defeat. Do you think we'll get to see the cheers or the terror? Which reaction do you think makes more sense? While filming in Flea Bottom, if you look at the extras, you can see that almost everyone is represented, from the rich merchants on the streets that climb Visenya's hill to the beggars and even the soldiers. One of them even looks like a black brother of the Night's Watch. Do you think they were filming for Meleys's head parade, or was it for Prince Jaehaerys's funeral procession? Which event do you think will gather more crowd? I also think that this is the episode in which the dragon seeds will probably try to claim the wild dragons. It makes sense for the Blacks to want to strengthen their aerial power since they just lost one of their strongest dragons and Dragon Rider, aka Meleys and Princess Rhaenys. The set photos reveal one of the dragon seeds probably arriving on the beaches of Dragonstone. Claire Kilner has been seen on set as well, and she is directing episodes 2 and 5, which is another proof that the Dragon Seeds plot will likely start in episode 5. There were also boats in Targaryen colors, that is red and black, have been seen on set where the scenes of Dragonstone takes place, which could mean that the blacks will wear red and black instead of just black like in the books. We've also seen in the set photos that Rhaenyra's sigil will be the red three-headed dragon on black, while Aegon's sigil will be the golden three-headed dragon on green. According to Best of the Blacks, Rhaenyra and Jace will welcome the Dragon Seeds arriving on Dragonstone and will take them to the dragons. The Dragon Seeds are Targaryen bastards who will claim dragons and will fight for Rhaenyra in the war. Rhaenyra was confirmed to be present while the Dragon Seeds claim their dragons, particularly Vermithor. Vermithor is the dragon Daemon already started taming and preparing for a dragon rider back in season 1. In this set photo, you can see many people with Velaryon features. They are probably the Dragon Seeds who successfully claimed their dragons. That is, Sir Hugh Hammer, Sir Alan of the Hull, Sir Adam of the Hull, Nettles, etc. I discussed their casting in my No Spoiler Updates video. According to the rumors, Sir Hugh will be living in King's Landing until the seeding, which basically confirms that he will come to the Blacks in this episode. We know from the books that many people, including Sir Stephen Darklyn, who brought Rhaenyra's crown in the books instead of Sir Arik and was Rhaenyra's Lord Commander of the Queen's Guard, along with many other Dragon Seeds, including Silver Dennis, will die trying to claim a dragon. Moving on to the next episode. The 6th episode will be directed by Andrei Parek. We don't have much info on this episode, so I'll just speculate here. I think the Dragon Seeds might successfully claim the dragons in this episode, where there were only failed attempts in the previous episode. And then Rhaenyra and Jace will welcome them and will grant them titles. Unless they want to finish the Dragon Seeds claiming the dragon's arc in episode 5. What do you think? Also, even though this is pure speculation, there is a possibility that Daemon might take Harrenhal in this episode. We know that Alice Rivers, Simon and Baxter Strong, etc. have been cast for season 2. So Daemon will take Harrenhal in this season. But it's hard to pinpoint exactly which episode it will happen in. The 7th episode will be directed by Loni Paristier. According to Redanian intelligence, Prince Aegon III, aka Aegon the Younger, will travel with Princess Rhaena Targaryen to go to the Eyrie. In the books, Lady Jane Arryn had requested that a dragon rider be present, but on the show, I think they will be sent for their own safety.
We must collect Rhaena and leave Dragonstone at once.
And go where?
So once the Blacks have acquired all the new dragon riders, they will prepare for war. So it makes sense to want to send the kids away for safety. They will send Prince Aegon the Younger with Princess Rhaena to the Vale. Do you think Prince Joffrey will accompany them as well? After all, it was Prince Joffrey who had travelled with Princess Rhaena in the books. It was also reported that the actress was filming a scene where Princess Rhaena was falling. Do you think they will run into trouble on the way? Also, according to the reports, Prince Aemond will go on a rampage and will burn villages at night. House the Dragon had posted, "A village on fire." House of the Dragon ended its night filming with scenes directed by Loni Paristier, episode 7. The scene takes place in a village built in Leavesden and is described as several men and women being burned by a flamethrower, and the place is set on fire. So who do you think will burn that village? Will it be Aemond burning the villages? And which village do you think they will burn? One of the Riverland villages? Also, fun fact, in the dialogue from season 1 that didn't make the cut, Aemond tells Otto he wishes his brother Daron was with them. Otto tells him that Daron's place is in Old Town. Do you think we'll get to see Prince Daron in season 2? And episode 8, aka the season 2 finale, will be directed by Geeta Patel. As I've discussed in my previous video about how the small folks won't be happy with Aegon's rule and they might riot against the Greens because Mysaria had been spreading rumors that Rhaenyra had been distributing food in King's Landing. Best of the Blacks posted. According to the latest rumors, Emma D'Arcy is in Spain to shoot battle scenes in Los Barruecas. This indicates that Rhaenyra might join in a battle. This would make some fans really happy because one of the biggest complaints I've heard about book Rhaenyra is that she never took part in any battles. But it made sense to me in the books considering how she had just given birth and her body had still not recovered from childbirth. Also, according to those rumors, Matt Smith will be joining Rhaenyra there as well. This could mean Rhaenyra and Daemon might be in a battle scene together, which indicates that either the taking of King's Landing will happen in season 2 or new events have been added for a battle scene. Which one do you think it is? Assuming the riots really happen, I think King's Landing might fall and Rhaenyra might take the Iron Throne at the end of season 2, even though it makes more sense to do it at the end of season 3. But who knows, the showrunners might want to show a whole season of Rhaenyra's rule in season 3 maybe. All the other events can still happen the way they did in the books. And speaking of season 3, we know a battle had been pushed back to season 3. I think it was the Battle of the Gullet that was pushed back and we will get to watch it in season 3. What do you think? House of the Dragon season 1 is rumored to premiere in summer of 2024. Which episode sounds the most exciting to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. 7 blessings to you.